Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be discussing My Bias is Showing by Nabit. Now before we get started, there will be spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiling this manhwa, go ahead and click off now. No worries, I'll catch you next time. Now for those of you left behind, let's go over some content warnings. There may be references to manipulation, violence, assault, perceived cheating, blood, gossiping, devastating motorcycle accidents, excessive drinking, secretly taking photos of someone while changing, and obsession, as these things do appear in the manhwa. Now, if that's all good with you, let's go ahead and get started. As always, let's start with the synopsis. Aejun is a super fan of K-pop idol group A1. More specifically, he's a stand for member Seol. Seol is his bias, and Aejun shows his love and devotion for his favorite idol through his bedroom, which is decorated from wall to wall with Seol merch. Unfortunately, that's as far as his expression can go. As a teacher, Aejun feels he can't be his true fanboy self in public without risking his professional image. Thankfully, while his students do discuss K-pop occasionally, his coworkers don't seem to know a thing about it, making it easy to blend in with his colleagues. His two worlds are set to collide though when it turns out his school has been chosen to be the set for an upcoming variety show, starring none other than Seol. Aejun is simultaneously overjoyed and horrified. He's not confident that he can continue to hide his fanboy nature when faced with the idol he loves above all others. Unfortunately for Aejun, Seol intends to draw that love and devotion out of him, but not for the reason Aejun might assume. Seol is in love with the former leader of A1, Juha, but Juha has been in a relationship with Kyusung, leaving Seol without a chance. That is until Juha confesses that he thinks Kyusung is seeing someone else on the side. Seol is furious, and in passing he sees Kyusung on a video call with none other than Aejun on the screen. With the identity of Kyusung's paramour, Seol is determined to get revenge for his unrequited love, Juha. What Seol doesn't realize is that Aejun and Kyusung are cousins, and Aejun ends up being much more attractive to Seol than he ever could have imagined. Will this relationship, based on a lie, survive, or is it destined to fall apart? First off, the art is super cute. It's not the most consistent in the world, but having read other work with Eol, formerly Serial, as the artist, Pleasure Principle being the one, you can see their distinct style, and I especially love being able to see how they've grown as an artist. I highly encourage anyone to read things, even if the art isn't your favorite, because it's so fun watching the artists grow as they release more and more work. This artist has always been a very talented creator, but it's clear from Pleasure Principle to this that they're only going to get better, and that's so exciting to see. For specific critiques on character designs, I love how average Aejun is. He's still super cute, but distinctly average, especially when compared to Seol, who oozes idol vibes. The ability to make such drastically different designs to emphasize their social gap is masterful. I love it. Unfortunately, the basis of the narrative is all based on a misunderstanding, which I know some people aren't a fan of. This one didn't bother me, but I do think it's worth bringing up for those who might be turned off by this focusing on a misunderstanding. It's an interesting take on the misunderstanding trope, with Seol approaching Aejun under the pretense that he's trying to lure him away from Kyusung to then hurt Kyusung. The mental leaps it took to get to that point are impressive, but I can still appreciate that it is a refreshing take. It's hilarious in its absurdity. However, it has the unfortunate side effect of making Seol look like a total ass. However, I have to admit I kind of like it. It made me cackle out loud a couple times just because of how ridiculous he was with his eventual jealousy and posturing against Kyusung, all without realizing he was rivaling Aejun's cousin. It doesn't make him any less of an ass, but I love that it leads to Aejun really putting him in his place. There's nothing better than seeing a cocky hot top get knocked down a few pegs. I also have to mention the tears in the curtain scene. I died. If you know, you know. If you don't, I implore you to give this a read for that panel alone. It's pitifully hilarious. I love it. Now, before I close off, I want to talk about the couple that started this whole thing. Juha and Kyusung. We see almost nothing of them, which is so sad since they're so integral to the plot. We do get glimpses of them, but not enough to be satisfying, at least for me. Juha is so adorable and really gives off that idol energy, while Kyusung is so much more reserved and very un-idol-like, even though they're both entertainers. I desperately wanted to see more of their relationship, and I particularly wanted to see how it was affected by the accident. There were just so many hints and mentions of these two, but we never get to see them in action. It left me wanting more, and I secretly hope we'll one day get a spin-off of these two, because I think their relationship could be just as interesting, if not more so, than Ajun and Seol. With all that being said, this is very cute and super fun. It's not perfect by any means, but it's just so heartrending and funny, it's impossible not to like. I think you'd be doing yourself a disservice if you don't give this a shot. It's fluffy, sexy, and romantic. It's a comfort read for sure. So, have you read my biases showing? If so, what do you think? Do you agree with my assessment? Do you not? Let me know and comment below. Otherwise, I'll catch you next time. Bye!